All right, gang, let's talk about the role in a law firm that is going to double your revenue, reduce your stress, and decrease your anxiety and make a massive difference in your law firm. I have been sitting on some legal recruiting boards, and they just came out with the 2024 report in regards to the fastest growing positions, the rise of positions in the US in all different industries. And guess what number 15 on that list is? A legal operations director. Well, why should you care about this? Let's just paint this picture. For law firms that are starting to really take serious C-suite, CEO, COO, director of operations, these are terms that are used in most industries. Law firms use a legal administrator, PLA, professional law firm administrator, all different terms. Why this is so critical for your law firm? This is giving you the cutting edge and the competitive edge, because if your competition, big law, small firm, mid-size, whatever your terminology and your definition of these different distinctions within law firms are, if they're investing in a legal administrator, a legal director of operations, and you're not, what does that mean? It means that they're going to crush you, because we no longer have the attorney managing the law firm. We no longer have a paralegal managing the law firm in between doing work and things of that nature. We're taking this position very, very seriously, which means this, I'm seeing this more and more and more as my phone rings, that law firms are starting, even solo practitioners with maybe part-time people, virtual assistants, independent contractors, what have you, that they're realizing they need to invest in this position if they're really going to grow and scale, and if they're going to get the entrepreneurial freedom. So if you're not investing in this, and you don't have somebody that is leading and managing all of your operations, from intake to sales to conversions to marketing to client experience to client over communication to the life cycle of a lead to a life cycle of file to making certain they have your pulse on your branding and your reputation and your reviews and everything in regards to that. And your competition is, they're going to get hired over you. And this is how you grow and scale. So you might not have a budget. I just did research on this, and the average salary for this position is $78,000. Now, that's rather low. The positions I've been placing are around anywhere from 120 to 150 or what have you. Maybe you don't have that budget right now. However, if you take this position seriously and you hire somebody that has leadership skills, that has a human being and the emotional intelligent part down, we can train them into becoming professional law firm administrators, and what tools they need to be able to set you up for success and get you that entrepreneurial freedom. So if you're still stuck in the muck of managing and leading operations and process and people and production and profitability and all that, and you feel like your head's going to pop off and you're not profitable and you're not having the practice of your dreams that you deserve, this is really a competition game, because law firms are finally taking seriously the need for setting up their law firm with operations and having somebody dedicated to that, to directing, leading, and managing your people. And when you hire right, you don't have to manage. You're leading people. You're anchoring to them, to the systems, to the process. You're holding daily huddles, and you're talking to each person on your team about what your top 3 for yesterday were, how you did with them, where you got jammed up, where you got stuck, what your top 3 needle moving work is for today that's going to impact the clients and the conversions and cash flow and the case matters and what have you. This is a game changer. It's been happening slowly. I've been seeing this over the past 5 years, but now doing all the data and the research of looking at the 25 From AI to manufacturing to what have you, Director of Legal Operations made this list of the top 25 fastest growing positions, which means that your competition is taking this seriously and investing in this role. They do this based on job postings. They do this based on profiles. They do this based on AI. This is data. This is science. This is analytics. So if you're not taking this position seriously, and I don't mean that you have to have a job out there and that you're paying 7 figures for this position or what have you, but having somebody dedicated to this role, and this is their only role. You can take a client service director, a strong legal admin or EA or administrative assistant, and train them into becoming CEO, C-suite, professional law firm administrator, whatever terminology resonates with you. And we can train them into how to be that, but not paying a 150 salary or maybe even an 85 salary. But we can put in incentive-based compensation as long as they hit the key metrics, and they're freeing you up and the paralegals. And if it's your wife or your cousins or whoever is helping you out with this role, if you have somebody who is helping you out with this role or doing this role part-time or doing this role in between their free time, which who the hell has that? Then you're not playing with it seriously and it's not efficient and effective. This has to be something that has clear expectations and ROI, like you would with an associate attorney that's supposed to be billing out $1,600, $1,900, $2,200 to meet their nut. So I say this because when you are looking at your goals for 2024, maybe they scare you. Maybe they excite you. Maybe it is unsure if we're going to hit it or not, or maybe it's crystal clear that we're going to hit it if only everything stays on track perfectly as we laid it out, which we all know does not happen. People leave, people get fired, things happen, what have you. Our biggest referral source dumps us, whatever it might be. Take this position as seriously as you do your marketing, as you do your associate attorneys and paralegal performance. Reach out if you feel that you have somebody on your firm, or maybe you're unsure if you have somebody on your firm that can get in this role as soon as possible. Maybe you don't have somebody in this role and you need help with hiring. But if you are not taking this role seriously, this report that's out, I'll put the link on the show notes. It's go time, people. This is the most important role within the law firm for you to be able to hit your goals and to grow and scale. And the reports don't lie. The reports come from this is what your competition across the nation is investing in. And when they do, and everything is running like a well-oiled machine, they don't drop the ball. Things don't fall through the cracks. We aren't on a cash flow roller coaster. It is consistent, persistent, and dependable, which means that your anxiety and frustration go down, if not dissipate. So on your strategic plans, on your business plans, and all these fancy things that you use, which I'm a huge fan of, there better be taking serious the director of legal operations on your roadmap that is a full-time position that somebody is serving in within your law firm, whether brick and mortar or virtual or what have you, or if you have a fractional one as well, making certain that there is dependability, accountability, and consistency attached to that. No longer is it on you as the attorney. It doesn't have to be. And if it is, if you're the one who's doing it, you better believe that your competition is going to crush you by this one strategic move alone. So reach out if you have somebody in this position right now and not sure. If what they're doing is making a difference, you don't just hire and then check the box and say, okay, great, Molly, I got that one handled. No, reach out and let's make certain that your KPIs, your metric, your planning, your communication is in place. And if your wife's brother's cousin is helping you out, or your paralegal is helping you out in between, or maybe it's you on nights and weekends, stop. Before you invest in another supersonic marketing strategy that's going to get you all the leads and money in the world, if you do not have this position in place, that is a colossal mistake. That's how strong I feel about it. But also, that's what the data and metrics are saying that your competition is investing in this year above any legal production. So invest in your operations. First and foremost, reach out. Let me know where I can help.